Man, I didn't want to turn that one off. I saw a bunch of people dancing out here this morning, my morning. It may be your afternoon, it may be your evening, but wherever you are coming in from, I definitely want to welcome you here today to the Lion's Share. My name is James Ward. I'm going to be your host here today as we go through this. So, you may be brand new here today. Maybe you're coming back just to support us. Either way, we're excited for you to be here. We've had a phenomenal, well, it's not even been a week yet. We've had a phenomenal, I guess, 5 days inside of this smart contract. We just passed 50,000 people in this smart contract last night, which was amazing. I want to applaud each and every one of you on your success. And if you're just joining for the first time, we're about to show you why there's so much excitement going on right now. I mean, why are there so many people that are flocking to this and, creating this buzz? And, we've already, as a smart contract, had a little bit of a roller coaster of a time. And, what's so cool is we were able to come together as a community. And as you can see, people are fired up about where we're going. So what I'm going to do here today is I'm going to share with you exactly what's going on here at LionShare. I'm going to give you the overview. And then what we're going to do next is we'll bring out a couple people just to give you some real life stories of how this is affecting people, because we want you to understand it, but we also want you to see what the real purpose of it is. So, we all probably realize at this point in time, it's challenging out there, right? I mean, forget about all of the craziness that's happened with COVID. Just in general, it's a challenging time out there. People are looking for a way to create income from home. And long before all this craziness happened, they were looking for it as well. And not just for something, but something that can be here, something that they can, rely on for them and their family. It's not going to cost them a fortune to get started, and remove some of the stigma that comes with home business usually. And that's what I get to share with you here today inside of LionShare. So what is LionShare? Well, basically, LionShare is a smart contract on the Ethereum blockchain. And for those of you who may be new to cryptocurrency, and maybe you're not even new, but maybe you just have no idea what that even means, all a smart contract is it's a piece of code, a piece of programming code that cannot be changed, right? It cannot be manipulated. It cannot be hacked. Once it's there, it's there. So it's like a contract that always stays in force, which is awesome, right? And it's completely self-operating. So when you hear the term like 100% decentralized, what it's referring to is it doesn't require any type of company, right? Or any admin behind it. This thing, it runs on its own. It's self-sufficient, which is huge for you because that means you don't have to rely on someone necessarily behind it in order for it to operate correctly for you. Now, when it comes to smart contracts, there's a lot of really good ones out there. There's a lot of really bad ones out there. And of course we're biased, but we feel we've got the best of the best. When you look at our code, when you look at what we've been able to do, we believe that we have the very best smart contract out there. And what's crazy about this is like anybody can read it. You can go right now. I mean, people could literally copy our code, and I'm sure they will because it's that good. It's like what I would consider the very first follow me matrix out there. And we'll tell you what that means here in a second. But this is a peer-to-peer system. So, when it comes time for you to get paid, that when people pay a commission, it doesn't go to a company and then go to you, okay? It goes directly to you from person to person. So it avoids the waiting time that you've experienced maybe in other companies or even other smart contracts. Because look, if it goes immediately to you, that means you don't have to wait a day. You don't have to wait a week. And that's really powerful, because a lot of times people need money now. You don't need it a week from now. You need it now. So inside of the smart contract, when you do the business today, you get paid today, which is absolutely awesome. Everything is done 100% in Ethereum, okay? So it will be paid directly to your Ethereum wallet. We'll talk more about that here in just a little bit. But when you talk about the risk, okay, inside of business, I think there's two types of risk usually, but the risk is usually if I put my money into this, am I going to be able to get my money out? If I refer other people to it, are they going to get hurt, right? I mean, those are the two things that usually come to mind when you're talking about any type of home business or network marketing. Those things are completely removed in this, you see, because, this can't go away. It is self-operating. You don't have someone at the top saying, hey, I want to change this. I want to do this. We're going to keep this money. We're going to, all those decisions get wiped away. So, you can have 100% confidence, not only with you getting started here today, but also referring others and knowing, hey, you're not going to have to hide from them if you see them at the store, or if you're on social media, you don't have to hide from them there either. And that happens, right? I mean, you know what I'm talking about. So you can work your business from your computer. You can work it from your phone. A lot of people work it from their phone. I'm more of computer. I do both, I guess, but you could do whichever one you want, right? And everything's done 100% in Ethereum, as I mentioned. For those of you who may be totally new to this, Ethereum, just so you know, is the second largest cryptocurrency in the world, right next to Bitcoin. Okay. Bitcoin, I still love Bitcoin, and I think it's going, to go a lot of great places. But, Ethereum offers something that is a little bit different. The technology behind it and the speed in which it moves, I believe, is greater than that of Bitcoin. It's also, expected to really rise over the next 12 to 24 months. So, here's the deal. Not only can this help you with your immediate needs, right, to be able to pay some of your bills, but as you start to accumulate this could be something that really creates an asset for you and your family in the future, which I believe is important as well. So let's talk about transparency for a second. I bet if I asked you here today, have any of you ever seen, one of those people out there that are showing their Lamborghinis, they're showing this, that, and the other on their website, but there's no proof of anything? Or if I told you, hey, have you ever seen a company that they can't tell it all to you, right? They want to, maybe they have private ownership or trade secrets they can't share, or maybe they have bad intentions, or maybe they have good intentions, they just can't do it. But on both sides of that spectrum, right, from the people who are promoting it to the companies, there's very little transparency in this industry usually. Inside of a smart contract, it's completely transparent, right? You can see every single transaction that happens in this smart contract. So not only can you see what you're doing in your personal account, you literally can log into anyone's account. And, at my first time I heard that, I was like, man, I don't know about that. I don't think people are going to like that. But you know what it's done? It's created a community and an environment that is complete autonomy, right? We know what is true, we know what is not, and it's just out there. So it removes all the nonsense and all the junk that maybe you've dealt with in the past, and just really creates a cool community to be part of. Now, there's a few things I want you to understand about LIONSHARE that is different, right? It's just different than other contracts out there. You're never going to hear us bash anyone, okay? Just for your knowledge, we're not going to come out here and bash any other smart contract. It's just not worth it. But there are some things that make us very different than any other smart contract out there, starting with what we call the follow me system. And basically what that means is anyone that you personally refer into LIONSHARE, they will always stick with you. And I do mean always, okay? And here's why it's important for you to understand this, and why I started with this. Number one, a lot of times you go out there and you do the work. The work meaning, hey, you tell a friend, a family member, you tell someone on social media, you buy some marketing, and you finally get people to say, yeah, I'll do this. They pay their Ethereum in, and what happens is they go follow someone else, or they go follow the company. And not only do you lose them, you lose the people that they would have brought as well. So in our opinion, that's just not great business. We want to reward you for those efforts. And that's why your people always stay with you inside of LIONSHARE. It's important to understand. Now, we have two different types of matrices that you're going to look at here today that can both, create good income for you. The first one is your personal. Okay. So as you get out there and you do your personal work, okay, we're going to reward you for that. The second one is the team builder. Okay. What's really cool about this is there's no geographical limitations inside of LIONSHARE. So no matter where you live in the world here today, if you can have an Ethereum wallet, you can participate. So I want you to imagine being able to really work with others around the globe to create some awesome income. And you're going to understand more how this works here in just a second, but I want you to definitely have in mind, okay, I've got my personal business, but I also have the team side of it as well. Now, in addition to that, when you talk about affordability in this industry, traditionally you're talking about $100 to $200 package and probably lower fees than normal monthly, right? So instead of like $69 a month, it's going to be $39. I'm sure we've all seen those packages. And the reality is there's nothing wrong with that. I've even been on that side of creating that. But the truth is this. It's really, really not affordable to everybody. That's the truth, right? I mean, there's countries out there where the average monthly income is $200. So to ask them to pay $200 to be part of something, right off the bat, it changes the game, right? It doesn't allow as many people as you would like to participate. What you're going to see on our pricing today is we have priced this so affordable that it really doesn't matter what your current economic situation is. You're going to be able to get started, okay? And just trust me, you'll see it here in a second. The last thing I want to say is, look, I started this presentation off telling you we have over 50,000 people in this smart contract now. Now that's really since last Wednesday. You know, I mean, we actually went live last Tuesday, but truthfully, I mean, when it was all said and done, Wednesday into Thursday is when things really started to happen for us because we got so much traffic. It was crazy, but 50,000 people. But the reason why I tell you that is over the next, 6 months or even 5 months, there's going to be 1 million people in the smart contract. That is where it's going. I believe that there could be 100,000 people in here, within the next few days, next 5 days, who knows, but it's coming. So if you're one of the first 100,000 or you're one of the first 500,000, you're still one of the very first people to know about this. So you should be excited about that. Now, let's take a look at the two different platforms that we have here. We have what we call the L1 and the L2. This L1 is the personal matrix that I talked about, and the L2 is going to be the team building. But what I want you to see on this slide is not necessarily that. What I want you to see is the pricing, okay? Our prices start at 0.02 on both the L1 and the L2. And when people come in and join LIONSHARE, at the same exact time, so simultaneously, they're going to join L1 and L2. So that cost would be 0.04 Ethereum. Now, I know we have people worldwide here, okay, in different countries, so you can do your own conversion, but most people know about US dollars. So in US dollar terms, that's less than 10 US dollars to get started, right? So when I talk about affordability, what you probably just heard is like, wow, now I see what's up, man. When you see the simplicity of this as well, you're going to understand a lot more, okay? So here we are, 0.04 to get started. Just change the game. It doesn't matter where you're at, what your economic situation is, where in the world you live. You have access to get your business started and help your family. And the cool thing about this is you can join, just one package. You could join 5 packages. Whatever you want to do is completely up to you. I always say, hey, get back with who sent you here. Get your questions answered and see if there's a strategy that they have that they would recommend to you that fits into your budget. That's the best option for you. So look, here on L1, I do want to show you something before we move on. This is you. This orange box is you, and that's really considered the top of your matrix, okay? And then there's 3 spots directly underneath you. This would be your personal matrix. Now, if you look at the L2, which is the team building matrix, the structure is a little bit different. There's you at the top, there's 2 directly underneath you, and then there's 4 directly underneath that. So you can see that the structure is a little bit different. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to talk about each one of these, the L1 and the L2, and exactly how they work. Now remember, this L1, which the one we're starting on, this is people that you personally refer, okay? So they grabbed your link, they said yes to you, they signed up with you. Those are the people we're referring to. Now, in this example, we're going to assume that this is a 0.02 package. And the reason why is because all the packages work the exact same. So it wouldn't matter if this was 16 or 2. I'm doing the 0.02 for you, okay? So here's the way this L1 matrix works. Now, as I already said, there's you at the top. There's 3 spots directly underneath you. And these spots are going to fill left to right as people come through the door, okay? So as you personally refer people, they will take the next available spot in your matrix. So looking at this example, we got 0.02 here. That's what you paid for this. The very first person that you refer is also going to pay 0.02. But that's not going to go to a company. That's not going to go anywhere except for you. Okay, you're going to get paid 100% of that on your very first person that you refer. The second person you refer, also, you get 100% paid directly to you. Pretty awesome, right? So that means at this point, you paid 0.02. You only referred 2 people, and there you are, you have doubled your Ethereum. That's pretty cool, right? So your third person is going to be paid to your sponsor, and this does a couple things for you. Number one, it encourages your sponsor to want to help you, right? Because they just got paid, which is pretty cool. But the second thing it does is it creates a brand new matrix that looks exactly like this again. Now, I want to tell you something that also differentiates us as a smart contract. Many smart contracts, like if you cycle at one package or one level, whatever you'd like to call it, if you don't upgrade, they actually take those earnings away from you. You can never earn on that package again, which is kind of insane to me because you already bought it. But the bottom line is that's not the way we do it here, okay? The way we do it here is you can cycle as many times on any package that you own, right? We don't force people up. We give them the option to go up when they're ready. I mean, and there's huge incentives to go up, right? You don't want to miss income. But just know that, okay? That's something that differentiates us. So here's my 10-second spiel on the L1 that any of you can use. Even if you're brand new here today, you can use this, all right? Here you are at the top of the 0.02 matrix. You're going to earn 100% of cell number 1 and cell number 2. Cell number 3 is going to be paid to your sponsor and create a new matrix for you where you can do it again and again. Look, I mean, it doesn't matter if you're brand new, like you've never seen a business like this, or you're a veteran. Every single person on here can say, well, I know I'm at the top. I get paid on spot number 1 and 2, and spot number 3 goes up to my sponsor. Anyone can do that, right? There's a lot of cool comp plans in this industry. Most people have no idea how to explain any of them, which for the new person, that causes issues, right? Because they may not have the financial proof or things like that that are required to get people to say yes. This is simple. You can have confidence going in here today and being able to use this. So let's talk about the L2, all right? The L2 is really what I consider probably the most powerful part of this, because it allows you to leverage other people, okay? And by leverage, I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean, it allows you to work with other people and leverage your income. Maybe that's a better way to say it, right? So if you can imagine not having any boundaries, which we've already talked about, having a package that starts at less than $10, having a smart contract that you know can't go away, it cannot be manipulated, the compensation plan cannot be changed. There's no company that can even leave with anything. It's right there for you to be self-operating. When you add all that up and then you see the power of this L2, you're going to know why people are flocking in, okay? So here we go. This is you again at the top of this 0.02 matrix. Again, they all work the same. What's different with the L2 is the structure. You have 6 different spots, as you can see them listed there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's how we refer to them. And here's how it's going to work, okay? With this matrix, you do not have to personally refer anyone into it, okay? So you literally could earn income by other people referring people into your matrix, which is pretty cool, right? Now, keep something in mind, just like any good business, the more people you refer, right? The more people you refer, the better potential for your income, of course, right? But in this example, you don't have to refer anyone. So let's get to it, all right? Here you are at the top of your L2, spot number 1 and spot number 2. When someone comes in and pays their 0.02 and joins right here, these commissions are going to go upline. By upline, I don't mean your sponsor. I just mean whoever is at the top of that matrix, okay? Spot number 3, 4, and 5, all 3 of these that look orange, they're going to be paid 100% to you. So again, you started at 0.02, right? Okay. And you have been paid 0.02 on 3 different spots. So that means you have tripled your Ethereum right at this point. Not a bad situation, because you may or may not have referred a single person to it, but you still got paid. Spot number 6 is going to go to your sponsor, and it's going to create another cycle in a brand new matrix like this. Now, as a reminder, you can cycle as many times on any level that you want with us, which is pretty cool, right? So let's break this down for you a little bit slower, but a little bit more understanding. Here you are at the top. Spot number 1 and 2 is going up line. Spot number 3, 4, and 5, 100% of that's going to be paid to you. And spot number 6 is going to go to your sponsor and create a new matrix. Now remember, you didn't have to refer anyone. And listen, what's cool about that is, again, I just gave that to you in less than 10 seconds. And anybody here can say, well, I know 1 and 2 go up, and I get paid on 3, 4, and 5. That's really all you got to understand, because 6 is going to be paid to your sponsor and create a new matrix. But there's something really powerful I want to talk about here in regards to the L2 package. And I started my presentation with it when I said what differentiates us from other smart contracts. If you remember, I said anyone that you personally refer, they always follow you, okay? So even though you don't have to refer people into this, let's assume for this example that you did. So you're here at the top, and let's say that you referred all 6 people that filled this matrix, okay? All 6 of them took a position. Now, that would cause you to cycle, and the comp plan wouldn't change, okay? 1 and 2 would still go up line. You'd still get paid on 3, 4, and 5, and 6 would still go to your sponsor. But here's what would change, all right? When you cycle and create a brand new matrix, all 6 of these people, all 6 of them, when they cycle, okay, when they have success, they're going to follow you into your next matrix, all right? So they would take the next available position in your matrix, whichever one that would be. So think about this for a second. What if you had 12 people that you personally referred, okay, just 12? I know some of you might think that's high, but when you've seen the pricing and all the benefits, it's not really that high. So let's just say that you had 12 people, and let's say that they cycled once a day or once every day or even once a week. Every single time those 12 people came back into your matrix, that's a guaranteed 2 cycles for you without doing anything else, right? So you can see the power of the follow me system. You want to be able to connect with people. You want to work with people. You want them to have success, because they're always going to come back to you and bless you again. It's an awesome, awesome thing. That's why it's so important that you don't just give your people away like some other smart contracts do. You get to stick them with you, and they always follow you, which is important. So here's just a little example of some of the profits that you could earn from the L1 and the L2. What this is illustrating is that if you start at the L1, okay, and you start the 0.02 package, and you just upgrade every single time you have success. So every single time you cycle, you upgrade. So you went from 0.02 to 0.05, you cycled. 0.05, you cycled, you went to 0.1, so on and so on until you got to the 16th level. If you did that, so you only cycled one time on every single level, that would be a profit of 59.59 Ethereum. That's just one cycle, one, okay? There's people that will cycle 10 times on every single level. So you can start to see this math can really add up. Now, how about the L2 package? Same exact example. You start at the lowest one, you upgrade every single time you cycle all the way to the 16th level. And one cycle, just one cycle on every level in L2 is going to pay you 111.16 Ethereum. Now, folks, what's crazy about that is, like I said, that's one cycle. There's definitely people that will cycle 5, 10 times on every level. So, you know, if you cycled 10 times, that's over 1,000 Ethereum. This right here is already life-changing income, right? I mean, that's already like $25,000 right there. So can you imagine if you did it 10 times? You're starting to get the picture, I think. So let's talk really quickly just so you have a complete understanding of the commissions. All commissions are paid instantly and directly to you. There's no taking it to a company where they calculate it or an admin. There's no income or payments at all that go to the company and then get spread back out. No, it goes directly to you. You never have to worry about, is my commission coming today? You never have to worry about, I wonder if the company is going to be late, right? You never have to worry about, you know, I have to wait till next week to get my pay to be able to pay my bills. No, you earn it today, you get paid today instantly, right? So that's a game changer for a lot of people. Now, if you're wondering what LIONSHARE means, LIONSHARE is this. In any business transaction, all right, whoever gets the largest portion of that financial business transaction is said to get the LIONSHARE. And, you know, it's time for you to get yours. That's why people are excited about this, because they are out there getting theirs. So here's the question. What does it take? What are the requirements to get started? Well, I've already showed you the pricing. The only other thing you need is an Ethereum wallet. An Ethereum wallet will take you about 1 minute to set up. You can do it on your phone or you can do it on your computer. Now, there are several wallets that we accept. I will tell you MetaMask is probably the #1 that I would recommend, and that's based on your laptop or your desktop, okay? That's where you're going to set MetaMask up. Now, also, if you want to, if you have an Android phone, you can use your Trust Wallet. Again, completely free to set up. There's definitely apps out there as well, like Coinbase and Token Pocket for iPhone users. They're a little bit more, what I would say, difficult to understand, but none of it's going to be hard, because all you have to do is get with your sponsor or whoever referred you here today, and they're going to help you out, okay? I mean, it's really simple to do, but that's it. So look, no geographical limitations, no financial limitations. We just showed you, I mean, for less than $10, people can get started. No potential for a company to take off with any money or just walk away. Self-operating, 100% decentralized, peer-to-peer, so you don't have to rely on anyone but yourself and your business, and all you need is an Ethereum wallet. Folks, there's a reason why people are coming here, right? There's a reason why there's so much excitement. And of course, some of it is the benefits that I've shown you and the opportunity to earn income. But you know what else it is? It's also the people that we've attracted, the leadership that is here, and the community that we're creating. Everybody wants to be part of something, and we want you to come be part of LIONSHARE. So I want to encourage you to get back with whoever sent you here today.